boys and girls, it's Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. Today's book is a poetry book, and this will be the second poetry book that I'm reading. I read the first one last week, and it's right here. And I decided that on Friday nights, I'm just gonna read a poetry book, kind of like to bring in the weekend and just make it nice and soft and serene. What do you guys think? So this will be the second one. I'm not going to read the entire book because it has about 30 pages, but I'm going to read a couple of the poems from the book, and then you can see how you like it. Poetry. Yes. So it's called A Cup of Tea and a Slice of Poetry. And this is by Carol Paxton and Chris Rhodes. A cup of tea and a slice of poetry. Teddy Bear's Picnic. The teddies have found a patch of ground. They look around, no one to be found. Out of their bag they pull out a rug, a plate, a bowl, and a mug. They sink onto the rug and have a drink, giving them time to think. What games can we play before we eat? We could try finding sheep, or catch the butterflies in our nets. Once decided, off they set. Around the field they ran and jumped, quite often running into each other with a bump. Soon their tummies started to rumble. Can we have our picnic now? They began to grumble. Yes, we can, said Mother Bear. We'll have enough fresh air. On the rug, they all sat at the picnic. They began to share. That's the first selection from this book. The second one, The Birth of Parenthood. A woman and a man create a child, something so tiny, meek, and mild. Looks so helpless, needs some help. Looks so cold, needs some warmth. As the child becomes older, it demands becomes more. It needs time and patience and understanding, but most of all, it needs warmth and love. From its parents, it asks so much. We try to be there for them all the way, watching them grow, develop each day. We sometimes fall along the way, but it's them that keep us going in many ways. When we grow old and weak, the role is reversed. It is them we look to for help and support. It is they we ask to guide us each day. We have them strong and loving, so we can ask for their help. As they grow, another year gone by, more independent are they. 9, 11, and nearly 14, my children are doing fine. From when they were babies in arms, each year sails by. Into young people they are growing, yet me another year. Oh dear, another pound put on, another gray hair found. However, they make me proud in all they do. In addition, I know loving adults they will be. A job you never finish. Being a mother is a job for life, not as simple as being a wife. You are on call all day, every day. You're on demanded, up on in many ways. As your child grows older, the job tougher. However, you know you would not swap for another. You have to train and guide this child. Sometimes all you want to do is run and hide. When they go to school, your job gets bigger. They want your help and every word and figure to make sure their clothes are neat. In addition, their shoes and clean upon their feet. My mother said, Have you washed your face and cleaned your teeth? Have you brushed your face and changed your underwear? Have you put away your toys before you go out with the boys? Have you made your bed? Are your animals fed? I want you back at 5 o'clock as tea will be ready on the dot. Oh, mother's cleaning. Do not sit there. I've plumped up that chair. Do not touch the screen. It has been cleaned. Do not come past the door. I have just washed the floor. Do not touch that dress. It has been through the press. What can we do today? Please go out and play. I am doing the cleaning, okay? 3 lovely kids. I have 3 lovely children. They make you angry. They make you cross. However, without them, I would be a total loss. They're growing fast. They're going up the school ladder. Babies they are not anymore. However, young children maturing in their own way, when you need a cuddle or a love, they're willing to offer you one. They love you really and show this in their own way. However, like to the wind, up you well. However, like to wind you up as well. Mum. What mums do best? To wipe away tears and mend the hurt. Brush knots from our matted hair, iron our crumpled clothes, polishes our shoes nice and clean, helps us with homework when we struggle, cooks our meals including greens. In their hearts they hold us near. In addition, we know she will always be there. I have a little boy. I have a little boy, I call him Dan for short. At Cotswold School, he is taught. He has a wicked smile, deep dark eyes full of mischief. He can talk mile for mile. My little boy is he. He has a heart of gold. Always loves a cuddle. His kindness shines so bold. Always getting in a muddle. He is my Daniel. My son's wish. As I put my son to bed, I wish he made as he laid down his head. As I put my son to bed, I wish he made as he laid down his head. I wish you and Daddy could be together. Sorry I said it wouldn't be. His eyes looked at me so sad. I held him in my arms tight. It made me feel so bad. To stay as friends, I said we would try to do. I told him he could always talk to me, not to hold it back inside. His questions I would answer as honestly as I could. In addition, not make promises that cannot be kept. I know his pain will take a while to heal. All I want for him is to be happy. To not be able to grant his wish hurts inside, and hopefully in time he will trust and confide. Winter once more. As I walk outside, the cold grips my naked hands. The wind stings my puffed cheeks. Leaves and twigs crackle under my feet. It is winter once more. From brick-built chimneys, out bellows the smoke. Pheasant curry across the country lanes. Birds emerge in hordes through the sky. It is winter once more. On my return, the smell of stew meets my cold nose, the fire roaring to warm my bitter cold hands. A nice mug of cocoa thaws me out. It is winter once more. The hawk and I. Teach me how to protect my own, even from when the nest they have flown. Grip me with your piercing claw. Show me how to understand pain. What is life waiting for? Let me nest with you up high. Warm and free from the world, take me under your wingspan wing. In addition, give me strength to fly each day. Spike. At the door stood a pile of distressed needles. No ball of secured round did he make. He did not retreat across the path. Wheezing and squeaking, he needed help. We took him in our warm abode. A bed of cardboard and paper we made. Dishes of scrumptious food. Water and milk so weak. Left he settled for the night. In the morning he had escaped. We could hear him wheeze as far we could not see him. Found amongst the washing keeping warm. Prickles still, abstract on his back. We called RSPCA. They would collect him that day. They called back and said, would it be late if they were to call? For another night he stayed, and Spike he was named. A part of our family he became. They collected him the next day, poor chap, was in a poor way. Each week we phoned to see how Spike was. 4 weeks we kept up this. He was on the mend, putting on weight. We could collect him, bring home, and let him go. Back into the bramble bush and winter leaves. We have not seen him since. He has not been forgotten. And one day we hope he will return. A life saved and a special made. Creatures of the wild became like an adopted child. You cannot leave them weak and alone. They deserve chances, and Spike pulled through. What I am. As darkness falls, I seek light. As doors open, sneak in and hum vigorously round the freshly lit bulb. Sometimes you may find me where you do not want me. In your wardrobe, keeping warm amongst your clothes. You will not hear me and will not be pleased when you find me. Boys and girls, that is page 15. We're going to stop there for tonight, and we will finish up on another night. But the name of the book is A Cup of Tea and a Slice of Poetry by Carol Paxton by Chris Rhodes. Boys and girls, whenever I do poetry, most likely I would like to say it's going to be on a Friday night. And I will have my girl here with me. We'll both be in our pajamas and robes and slippers because it's Friday night and we want to be comfortable. What do you think? Are you going to join me in your pajamas, robe, and slippers and have some poetry read to you? I hope you will, because I'm really looking forward to it. I used to write poetry when I was much younger, and I have not done it in quite some time. And when I read this book here last week, the poetry book, the first one I read, it really took me back. So that's why I decided poetry night would be Friday night, and we would be doing it in robes, pajamas, and slippers, because poetry always makes me feel so fulfilled and so cozy. This was the book I read last week, Sunshine and Moonbeams, A Treasury of Poems and Prayers. And this is the one that I'm reading now. So we got up to page 15, and we are going to continue another time. So boys and girls, it is Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. And thank you so much for joining me for Poetry Time. And I will see you soon.